Good morning. Happy Monday. This is Nicole Traum, and you're watching Lee Health's Healthcare Hero Self-Care Moment. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us for another week. This week, we're going to talk about the idea of letting go. I think it's something that's pretty broad, right? But it's also something that we need to practice more of. I think quarantine and everything that's come with COVID has brought in this idea of, okay, we're going to tense up and we're going to hold on for dear life. And that works in short increments, but when we start to hold on intense, long term, maybe you're feeling this at this point, we start to feel it manifest in our bodies. So you feel maybe your jaw becomes a little too tight. Maybe you wake up and your neck feels really, really tight, right? Your shoulders, or even all the way down into your hips. Any part of your body you could be holding on. And when we learn to let go, we not only let ourselves let go in a mental sense and a psychological sense, but also in our physical bodies. Sometimes we can be holding on to something in our minds and not even realize it, and it manifests in the body. So allowing ourselves to become more familiar with that place and letting go is going to help us as we move through this time and through all these things that we're dealing with. So let's just start here. We're going to start by sitting up nice and tall, taking a couple deep breaths. Take a nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. Filling up as you inhale. And then emptying out with your exhale. Giving yourself permission to just be in the moment, to notice what your body feels like this morning. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Let's take another 2 rounds like that. Big inhale, filling up with breath. Big exhale as you empty it all the way out. Last one, filling up and emptying out. Good. So we're going to start with an exercise that helps us to become more aware of where we're holding tension so that we can let go. Sometimes we don't even realize that we're holding on to tension. So we're going to start here by just clenching your hands and your toes. So just start to clench your fingers, make some fists, squeeze your toes together. Feel that tension start to build as you breathe. Good. And then slowly begin to release. You're going to let your hands slowly unravel, let your toes slowly release down. Wiggle them around a little. Good. And now we're going to add on. So as we clench our fingers and our toes, squeeze your elbows in, squeeze your knees in. That's it. Keep breathing here as you sit nice and tall. Take 2 more deep breaths. Good. And then slowly let it release. Start to let the shoulders soften, your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, all the way down to your toes. That's it. All right, we're going to do it again now, this time clenching more. So clenching your fingers and your toes, your arms and your legs. Start to draw your shoulders up towards your ears as you pull your belly in. That's it. Feeling these things crunching in, holding tension as you're still breathing. Take another 2 breaths. Clenching everything up. That's it. And then slowly start to release and let go. And it might take a couple breaths. So let yourself be in that space of letting go with every exhale. Feel your shoulders softening. Let your hands and your feet relax. Your hips release back down into your chair. That's it. Good. And then this last time as we do this exercise, we're going to clench everything up, including our face. So you're going to make the funniest like lemon face that you have. Start to clench your fingers and your toes, arms and legs, bellies, shoulders. Good. Start to make that lemon face with your mouth, clenching everything, squeezing your eyes even. Take another 2 breaths here, just feeling everything squeezing in. That's it. And then with your next exhale, you can let go real slow. And as I said before, it might take a couple breaths to really let go. So let your shoulders soften, let your hands release. Feel yourself relaxing down into your chair. Good. And then let's take our hands now that our fingers are feeling a little weird. Take your hands, interlace your hands, and then press the palms forward. And just start to move your arms side to side. So bringing in a little movement. As we move through the rest of these exercises this morning, you're going to feel yourself slowly letting go a little bit more. And that's okay. Starting with an awareness is really where we start to grow that mindfulness. So let yourself observe, let yourself feel. And then from here, we're going to inhale the arms up and overhead, big stretch. Exhale and bring them back down. If you can't do it with your hands like this, you can just bring your arms straight up. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale here, stretching tall. That's it. Exhale as you come back. Inhaling. Good. And exhaling. And as you come out, shake out your hands. Roll your shoulders onto your back. So just feeling again what's going on in your body this morning. As you bring in more movement, as you bring in more awareness, you'll start to feel how you can change things, how you can get more comfortable. And then bring your arms up, elbows up to shoulder height. Let's just start by squeezing those elbows back, squeezing the shoulders onto the back. Good. Squeeze and squeeze. And now keep your shoulders pressing back, the elbows back. Inhale as you look over to the right. And then exhale as you twist over to the left. Try and keep your feet on the floor here. That's going to help to ground you and bring a little movement into the back of the waistline, into the hips. That's it. Let's do 2 more times each side. As I'm doing this, my body's starting to pop. Things are starting to release. Good. Last round here. Inhaling and exhaling. Perfect. And then come all the way up. Roll your shoulders onto your back. All right. We're going to come in now and stretch our legs out as wide as the chair. So scoot forward in your chair. Bring your knees out. And then inhale as you sit up. And exhale and just start to hinge forward. So waking up the hips and the thighs. We hold a lot of tension there, especially in our seat. So our seat muscles, our glutes, maybe you heard that word before. Glutes they're pretty big muscles, and sometimes they're kind of bullies, right? So we can wake up, or maybe you run too much, or you have a hard workout, and then the glute muscles are like, I'm just gonna squeeze here for the next week. So allowing ourselves to move and stretch in there is gonna help to release. And you may not even realize how much you're holding tension there. All right, and then from here we'll come in and just make some circles now, moving round and round, rocking side to side in your seat, feeling that movement as you stretch, as you breathe. Good. Notice your direction here. We're going to change directions, coming back around. That's it. Just feeling all that movement into your hips and into your seat. And then coming back up through center. Let's just stretch our arms up. Press your knees out as you exhale. Reach forward. So you can reach all the way forward, or you can reach towards the earth. Big inhale here, stretching up. Big exhale as you reach forward and down. 2 more. Inhale, good, and exhale. That's it. And last one. Okay, after this last one here, we're going to come all the way up and make our way to standing. We're going to do a forward bend. So I want you to stand facing the seat of your chair. So lean forward, come all the way up, and then we're going to turn and face the seat of the chair so that you have a little support, but not so much that you have to touch the floor. Take a look at your feet. Your feet should be about 2 fist distance apart and parallel, pointing forward, and you can start with your hands on the seat. If you have arms on your chair, if you want to start there, you can as well. Right? Let's just start here by bending the knees, reaching your booty back, and then lifting your hips as you straighten the legs up. You're going to feel all these muscles along the back of the legs. They're pretty tight, just starting to stretch. So your hamstrings, your calves, your seat muscles. Good. Bending and straightening here with the knee. That's it. And then keep your legs nice and straight this next time. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you bow over your straight legs. And this is where the chair really comes into play. Inhale and exhale. Try and keep your legs straight and feel that stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Let's take 2 more times here. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that stretch into your back body. And then this next time as you come forward, we're going to stay there. Okay. You can bring your elbows down to your chair. Give yourself a little bend into your knees and just shift your weight forward and back. So there's lots of tension going on here. Let yourself breathe. Some tension is good. Some tension is healthy, right? It supports us. So you want to have some muscle sensation here in the back of the leg. But give yourself that little bend and then come all the way back up and roll yourself on up. We're going to come in now and cross the right leg over the left. So your feet are right next to each other, just like that. Squeeze your legs in. Good. And then start to bow forward. Same thing here. So you can bring your hands to the chair. You can bring your elbows to the chair. Now squeeze the legs in nice and tight. And as you exhale, let yourself bow a little bit deeper. So for some of you, the chair might be too high if you want to bring your hands down. Then it's a pretty intense stretch here to bring the hands down. Keep squeezing the legs in, breathing deep. Take another breath. I'd say good. Now to come out slow, right? Walk yourself up, uncross your legs before you come all the way up. And then come all the way up to standing. Good. And then we're going to bring our left leg over the right, squeezing those legs in, start in the forward bend. So you can just come in here, squeeze those legs in, start to bow forward. Let yourself breathe. Good. And then if it feels like you want to go deeper, maybe you bring your elbows to the chair, or maybe you walk your hands down to the floor. Keep squeezing the legs in. As you exhale, release your head. Take another 2 breaths. If you weren't awake already, this will wake you up for sure. And then we're going to slowly walk ourselves up, uncross the legs, come up to standing, and then make your way back to your seat. That's it. So coming back into your seat, just noticing now how you feel. You can come in, take a comfortable seat, whether that's with your feet on the floor or your legs crossed, and let yourself find that support underneath you and behind you. So as you come in, make sure you can scoot your seat back in your chair and sit up nice and tall. And then we're going to come in and do a little meditation. So yesterday I brought my daughter to the pool, and usually the pool's like this really wild, crazy place. I think she was feeling kind of tired, but she wanted to practice floating. So what I do is I bring one hand behind like her shoulders and one hand right at her low back, and she just kind of floats. And so I talked her through it, and then I did it with her little friends too. And I thought this is a beautiful meditation to do, right? Because really I was just leading her through a meditation as we went through it of letting go. So think about yourself here as you lean back. So you want to feel some support behind you today. And if you have the opportunity to lay down on the floor, go for it, because that would be the best way to do this. But allow yourself to lean back and just start to notice your breath, okay? So inhale and exhale, filling up with your inhale and emptying out with your exhale. You can close your eyes and you can lean back in your chair and just find that support behind you, underneath you, all around you. Start to notice your breath here, filling you up as you inhale, emptying out as you exhale. That's it. Now I want you to imagine that you're in a pool. It's a beautiful day. The water's the perfect temperature. And as you lie back, so here you can even lean back in your chair, you just start to feel your body floating up towards the surface. Allowing yourself to feel the tension that you're holding on to start to dissipate. Letting yourself trust. The more you lean back, the more you allow yourself to be supported, to be held. You can even imagine a hand behind your heart and behind your low back, so that you can fully start to lean back and allow yourself to trust and release. Now, as you find yourself holding on, what happens when you're floating in the water and you hold on is that your body starts to sink. So see if you can notice when you're starting to hold on and then slowly let go. Imagining yourself floating up towards the surface of the water. Begin here to just relax your head, your neck, your jaw. Following your breath here in and out through your nose. Relaxing your shoulders, your arms. Feeling that place behind your heart just slowly rising up as you soften the front of your body. Feeling your side body releasing, your low back softening. Feeling your arms and your legs become a little bit more weightless. Relaxing any tension there. Feeling yourself come to that place where you fully trust yourself. Trust this practice that brought you here. And then just slowly start to notice your breath here, noticing the inhale and the exhale. Feeling yourself slowly filling up and emptying out. Every round of breath giving you a chance to let go of tension, to trust, to receive. Just following your breath here. If you'd like, you can count your breath, counting the inhale and the exhale, going all the way up to 10. And starting back at 1. And even noticing here when you're starting to hold a little tension, can you bring yourself back? Can you soften yourself? Imagine each time you let go, your body can just float up so many ways this practice of mindfulness, of meditation, can be like that feeling of weightlessness. And just like when we lie on our backs in the water, sometimes that weightlessness comes easy and sometimes we get scared, right? And we clench. So let yourself have those moments and then come back. When you find yourself distracted, come back to the breath. And with your next exhale, just let yourself come all the way back to the presence of the room, presence of your body. Bringing some movement back to your fingers and to your toes. You can rub your hands together. Take a little stretch if you'd like. Just moving your body a little bit. Good morning. And then bringing your hands back in front of your heart. We honor this practice. We know it's not perfect. And so that reminder might flow into all the areas of our lives today. We bow together. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Nicole Traum with Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 6:40 a.m. You can also watch this on the replay, so if you want to share it with friends, feel free to hop on our YouTube in a minute or two and it'll be up there. Have a great day. Happy Monday. And good luck to all of our friends that are starting school today. I know public schools here in Fort Myers, Florida are starting today. Just know that you've got this. Remember to trust. Remember to breathe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.